So, I haven't raced. Got to look at the state of the car. Since, what was it? April at Silverstone Grand Prix? Club Sport Trophy? Yeah, I think it was. And this weekend at Brands Hatch on the Grand Prix circuit. Unbelievable, I know. So, what are we doing then? Today's Wednesday, first day of car prep. So, what have we done? Last weekend we put the thermostat back in the coolant reroute at the back there. If anyone tells you to run without a thermostat, slap them really fucking hard, because no, do not do that. You need to run a thermostat. Otherwise, the coolant flows too quickly through the radiator and you don't get the heat exchange. Car runs hot. So, yeah, that's back in, and the car seems to be running okay. Right, what else have I got? I'm sitting up here today to install. I've got a panel that's going to fit here that covers this gap. Why have we got that? Air obviously comes in through the front here, and it can actually, rather than being forced through the radiator, it can actually come out over the top and spill over. So you're not getting full cooling. So you can buy these. I bought this panel that fits here. It's called a slam panel. It's actually, even though it's made of metal, it's really lightweight, so we're not adding a lot of weight to the car. Oh, I see. Damn. Fallen at the first hurdle. The brackets that I've got to hold these in place are actually blocking that from doing it. That's what it's meant to look like. You can see how that blocks it off, so all the air is going to be forced through the radiator. But I'm going to have to do some cutouts, I think. Alright, I'm not installing this today then. I'll have to do it Friday morning before we leave for the circuit. Here she is then, the exhaust system. If you have a Mark 1 Mazda MX5 and you want to put the 2001 to 2005 BPZ3 VVT engine in it, there is no off-the-shelf exhaust system that's going to work. The standard exhaust system for that engine doesn't fit the car, and the standard exhaust system for the car doesn't fit the engine. So it makes it really difficult. The only real solution there is to fit a Mark 1 1800 system to the car. Unfortunately, that's not optimal for the engine, so you end up with a compromise wherever you go, and the system that's currently on the car is just that. It's a mix, it's a hodgepodge of bits and pieces just to make the thing work. Now, I know this sounds silly, but that engine in that car, with the tune I've got on it, should make 130 pound-feet of torque. It currently makes 126, so and if it had the standard VVT exhaust system on it, it'd do that. It'd do that quite easily. So we know we're losing 4 pound-feet of torque, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're racing it is, just through the exhaust system alone. So what's the answer? Well, the answer then is to get a custom system made. Now, what is this? Now, this is a system made by a firm up in Newcastle who make all of the exhaust systems for the BRSCC Championship cars, the MX5 Cup cars. And I know this system will fit the car, but all we had to do is, rather than it being 2-inch pipe, this is 2 1/4 inch. That's all the difference you need. This will bolt straight on. Here's the three bolt flange directly onto the 4-into-1 manifold that I've got that you saw earlier. And the rest is off we go. Now, obviously we don't need a cat because it's a 92 car, so we've just got these downpipe slip joint, got a resonated midsection into the back box, and a cannon out the back. So there we go. So I haven't got time to fit it before we leave for Brands Hatch, so we're actually going to fit this at the circuit. Got it all going. The only thing that I've been doing is those, oh no, you've got to run, there's a bracket that goes around the downpipe. The downpipe kind of sits like that. The bracket goes around the downpipe and bolts to a bracket, sorry, the clamp, around the downpipe, bolts to a bracket on the gearbox housing. And that holds the downpipe in place and stops it flexing, and then stops the manifold cracking. If you don't run it, you run at risk of damaging your manifold, which I've done many times. So you've got to run the thing. Now, unfortunately, nobody makes these for 2 1/4 inch pipe. These are all for 2-inch pipe. So I've just been modifying this one slightly, got the grinder out, just to see if we can't make that go over the pipe. And squeeze that properly, and then you can see we've got a straight shot through there for the bolt. So that should work, that would be great. Happy with that. And then we've got the fitting kit as well. So we've got a slip joint here with springs. I've got the gasket for here. We might be able to reuse the one on the car, which I think is a multi-layer gasket. But I've also got a composite gasket, and then we've got a 2-bolt flange here, which we've got a gasket for as well. So yeah, really happy with this. I mean, the quality is, it's made of 304 stainless steel. I'll just peel this off when it's on the car. Yeah, I think, well, I hope this is going to give me all the extra mid-range power that I need without giving me, well, obviously, you know, I'm detuned. Yeah, so it should give me more mid-range power without affecting my top end, which is what I want. So yeah, it's looking good. Really happy. Here we are then at Brands Hatch. It is Friday, it is beautifully sunny, and we've just fitted the new exhaust system to the car. And first impressions is that it is so much quieter than the existing system, which is perfect because I wanted less noise so I could hear it on the radio much nicer. Let's get underneath and have a look. No leaks there. No leaks there. Bracket on. Just smells like new exhaust. Race ready. All done. I've just taken it for a quick drive up to the top of paddock and back. Sounds great. I think the mid resonator is slightly touching the heat shield underneath, so there's a slight buzzing, but it's a race car, who cares, right? So we brimmed the car with fuel, and now I'm taking out 25 litres, so I've got 20 litres in for qualifying, which is what I need, because it's a 20-minute qualifying tomorrow, and I need 3 litres as reserve, so we need 17 for qualifying, plus 3, which makes 20, so there you go. That's what we're doing now. We've got the fuel drain kit on. Just drains into a duff jug. Right, race day. We are just about to go out in qualifying. Car is fueled, tyre pressures, nuts and bolts, all the tech is in, cameras, V-box, timer, new extinguisher, all ready to go. All we got to do is go and qualify the car. And see what this exhaust is like. Yeah, we're going to get sound tested as well, so we'll see We used to be 94 dB, 94, 95, depending on the circuit and the tester. But we'll see what that comes out as. But yeah, wish me luck. Enjoy qualifying. Okay, so qualifying over. Stupidly, we forgot to turn the cameras on, so I've got no footage of that. But did a 54.36, which is kind of where I thought my race pace would be. I thought I'd go a bit faster in qualifying, but there you go. Brands Hatch GP, what an amazing circuit. Unbelievable. By far, I would say, best thing on the calendar. Amazing. I got balked on my fastest lap. I was half a second up, which would have put me in P2, and then of course faster car came round. So yeah, there's pace in the car, I think. Car felt good. Exhaust sound is just as powerful as the old one, it feels like, but it is quieter, which is what we wanted. And the only other thing was, don't know, can't remember. But yeah, so a couple of hours now, gonna have some lunch, and then a couple of hours for the race. Got to fuel it, pressures, do all the standard stuff, and then we're going racing. Qualified 3rd out of 5th, on for a podium.
repeat that last message? Chris, are you receiving me? Repeat your last message. Trying a new location right now. Are you receiving me? Oh, I can't hear you. I'm at no radio. Chris, can you hear me? Over. Yeah, Chris, let me know. Keep talking, I can't hear anything. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but I'm going out to the pit wall. We're going to have to do it old fashioned, I think. I hear pieces on the block. I can't hear you, but you can hear me. Yeah, okay, I can, yeah. Hancock's pitting this lap, I think. I can hear you, I can hear you. The yellow car is leaking fluid. The yellow car is leaking fluid. Good news, good news. Good news for us, bad news for them. got you. Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, this came unplugged.
Is that what it was?
Try it.
Yeah, got me.
Right.
Good, I'm glad that's working again. P2 in plus, mate. just check them, or recheck them. Yeah, you're good for track limits. Over. Say G's. Say G's. Repeat. I'm filming you on that corner. Yeah. It's raining. flag. Confirm, confirm. All the way to the bottom, I think, Chris. They're waving everyone down. Confirm. You could wave, though. For a lift back. Yeah, that's alright, I'll find my own way back. Confirm.
Yes, let's start with Class B. Third place, Chris Fantano with the MX5. Second place, okay, father and son, Matthew and Phil Adler. And on their return to the series with the fabulous PCC livery now, Cogswell Brothers.
What do you think? No, definitely when I took it apart, this spin off.
Good morning, everyone. It is now Wednesday after the race on Saturday. I forgot to film an outro at the circuit, so you'll have to forgive me. We're doing this in the van on the way to work. How did it go then? Well, as you saw from the footage, I got P3, which was my target for the weekend. I'm very happy with that. I didn't get a trophy at my last race, Club Sport Silverstone Grand Prix, but I have at the previous ones before that. So I had one race off. So it's good to be back on the podium. Good to show that I'm still there. But I didn't feel as though I was driving as well as I have before, if I'm honest with you. I felt a little bit of a disconnect with the car. It was understeering more than it usually does. In fact, I always try and dial out the understeer. I had actually put new front tyres on the car for Brands Hatch, so if anything it should have been had too much front end, but it just didn't have enough, especially at Graham Hill Bend, and especially at whatever the long left is onto the Grand Prix back straight. It's a difficult corner, it's long, it's off camber. I tried every which way to get a fast line through there. I tried hugging the inside, I tried braking late and apexing even later. I tried slowing fast out, fast in, slow out. I tried middle of the road, I tried everything. Could not get a fast line through, what at least felt like a fast line through there. In fact, in the video you'll see that I have a moment where the rear steps out when I get on the power there, which is quite unusual because my car usually has a lot of mechanical grip. So yeah, strange one. Disappointed to see the other cars were so far ahead of me. I mean, not necessarily the yellow one had a slight pace advantage, especially when Matt got in the car in light fuel. But I just wasn't driving my best anyway. But the Almira, well done to Dan and Steve, they were so far ahead, unbelievable. I mean, yes, it is their local circuit, but Phil, yellow BMW, did point out to me that even though we're all on the power to weight limit, 145 per tonne for the class, our real power to weight is much varied, because in Roadsports the power to weight ratio is calculated without driver. Now, I'm not making any excuses here, even though it sounds like I am, but we worked out that my true power to weight, because I'm a heavier driver, is about 6 or 7 horsepower lower than the rest of them. So maybe actually to be as close as I was is actually quite impressive, maybe, I don't know. But I didn't feel like I was driving very well. The car had good power, it certainly wasn't down on power, it was good on the brakes, but looking at my my GPS data, I was down 2 or 3 miles an hour in every corner bar one. So I really didn't have the confidence into Paddock Hill anyway, so I'm always a bit slow there. But every other corner I just wasn't quite on it. So could be just because it was a new circuit, or at least half of it was, I don't know. But lots to think about. The car's back in the garage, it's all safe and sound. And I've got just over a month until our next race, which is at Silverstone on the national circuit with BRSCC Club Sport Trophy again. I'm looking forward to some battles with the Orange Puma this time. He's registered, Matt, and we've had 2 good ding-dong battles there before, where we're taking chunks out of each other in every corner. And so I'm really looking forward to doing that for a 3rd time. Yellow BMW won't be there, don't know about the Almira, but we'll see how we all get on. But yeah, next race at Silverstone National. What does the car need? Car needs, I think it needs a new set of front brake pads. So I need to get some of those on order, but we've got over a month. Needs a clean, needs a few tweaks and that, but yeah, I've got some time off now again, and I will see you all at Silverstone.